Keith, there's a tremendous amount of information available for homeowners that are in distress. And there's a lot of terminology that's involved in distressed real estate and distressed loans. What I'd like to do today is go through a few of these and let you explain to your viewers what they mean. So for example, I hear a lot about reinstatements. Can you explain to your viewers what a reinstatement is?
It's funny, reinstatement is probably the simplest solution. However, it's usually the most difficult because reinstatement means you have to completely bring the loan current, and then you have to continue to make the payment that you're already agreed to making, which for most people is the reason why they're in the situation that they're in to begin with.
Excellent, Keith, thank you. Now I've heard a lot also about forbearance programs. Now I understand that a forbearance program is when the bank agrees not to collect future payments, but isn't this similar to the reinstatement where the person has to pay back the amount that's already owed?
It's very, very similar. Yes, they do have to pay back the amount that is owed. Basically, a forbearance agreement is just the bank agreeing not to come after you for a specific period of time. So,
excellent.
And that's basically all that is.
Excellent.
Okay?
Now, Keith, there's been a tremendous amount of information in the marketplace about loan modifications and mortgage modifications. Can you tell your viewers just a little bit about what loan modifications can accomplish for them?
A loan modification can be a very powerful tool in saving your home. The problem with it is, though, is that most people don't know how to really do a loan modification. And so what ends up happening, they end up screwing themselves up and not getting the loan modification. Then they do get a modification, and then they have a 3-month period to make their payment, and then the bank goes and looks over everything all over again. So doing a loan modification on your own can be very tricky, and with somebody like me looking over the paperwork, you got a much better chance of making it happen for yourself.
Excellent, Keith. Now, here's another term. What is deed in lieu of foreclosure? What is a deed in lieu of foreclosure?
A deed in lieu is just basically where you deed over your property back to the bank. You say, okay, I can't make my payment anymore, and you deed your property back to the bank.
Excellent,
Yep.
excellent. Now, I know you're not an attorney. Would you suggest that somebody that was looking at bankruptcy as a potential alternative, would you suggest that they get good, sound legal advice?
Absolutely. Bankruptcy can be good and bad. And bankruptcy is not all the time necessary when you're trying to save your home, okay? So, it's really hard. I can recommend an attorney for you to talk to, but the bottom line is you're going to get different opinions from different people, and they're going to want to check for $5,000 to $7,500 before you leave their office to start on the whole thing.
Excellent.
Anything that I do for any of my customers, there's no money up front at all.
Excellent, excellent. And then Keith, finally, there's just been an incredible increase in the number of short sale transactions that are taking place in our community, elsewhere in California, and really all across the country. Can you explain exactly what a short sale is?
Well, a short sale is just basically going back to the bank and asking them to take less than what is owed on the property in lieu of the debt, okay? They're very popular these days, and banks are becoming more and more in tune with doing short sales. There's a trick to it, and you can't just go out and pick any real estate agent that you find on the street to do a short sale for you. You want somebody that's done short sales, has a staff that handles short sales, and you can be very successful. The thing that's really good is our Governor Jerry Brown has passed a law this year that if you have a second deed of trust, that it goes away with the first deed of trust in a short sale. And this is very powerful, and a lot of times foreclosure doesn't, all the time, foreclosure doesn't necessarily get rid of a second deed of trust. You are still personally liable for that. With a short sale, with my assistance, you won't have to worry about the second.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Keith. Appreciate that good information.
My pleasure. You can reach me at 530-885-4444. I'd love to talk to you if you have any further questions. Thank you.